Welcome back to this StarCraft 2 Let's Play. You're Sambo. That's right, it's StarCraft 2. It's been such a long time since we've come and taken a look at this fantastic game. You know what, we're going to have a bit of a sideways look at it because it recently has been a bit of a resurgence in the arcade mode. That's right, Blizzard have been advertising the fact that this arcade mode is available even in their free-to-play version of StarCraft 2. And you know what I thought? I thought it's time we stopped by and had a bit of a look. So let's explain it from the top down. StarCraft 2, that's right, you can go out and purchase the full game, but if you look in the description below this video, you'll find a link to the StarCraft Arcade. And that is basically the free-to-play version of StarCraft 2. It's kind of like the starter edition, if you like. What it means is that you get full access to the first part of the campaign here in StarCraft 2, plus some basic multiplayer. But why we're here today is because of this, the arcade. You get full unrestricted access to the arcade here in StarCraft 2. And what is the arcade? Great question. The arcade is kind of like a home for mods for the game. So things like tower defense, for example, that came out of Warcraft 3, that was a mod for Warcraft 3. Tower defense for StarCraft 2, there's plenty of those available. You'd find that here in the arcade. And what happens is they've got this special section here in the launcher for StarCraft 2, in the actual client itself, where you can browse a whole bunch of games. You can have a look at some spotlighted ones, have a look at the top played ones, etc, etc. Have a look at them and see if it's something you'd like to try. And this is great. Why is it great? It's because if you're not 100% convinced that you're into StarCraft 2, you may well enjoy some of these side games. And trust me, some of them are a ton of fun, and you're going to see that as we have a closer look at the arcade over the course of the next few episodes of this series. As it happens, I have been getting back into StarCraft 2, the actual game, and I'll definitely play a few matches of that. But first things first, it's all about the arcade. So for example, if we wanted to have a look at something in the arcade, you can either search for things, or you can have a look at the spotlights that are available here. You can browse games, and you can do it by action, arena, you can do puzzles, you can do RPGs, survival, tower defense, or if you like something, you can mark it as a bookmark. So for example, if we were looking at this one, you get an overview of what it is, a whole bunch of screenshots, well, generally speaking, a whole bunch of screenshots, some instructions on how to play, any patch notes, and of course community reviews as well, which give you an idea how many people have voted for this game, how many people think it's good, or otherwise. If you like it, what you can do is you can hit the bookmark. And that means if you like a game, here's the ones that I'm currently playing, then you can easily get to it in the future by going to your bookmarks here. Now, we're going to have a good look at a lot of these in the next few episodes, but the one that we're going to have a look at today is this one. And this is called Aiur Chef. And I've been really excited to show you guys this one. Why? Hopefully you guys know of a TV show called Aiur Chef. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go Google it straight away or go have a look on YouTube. It is fantastic. It's a cooking show with a twist from Asia, and it's hilarious and it's over the top and it's amazing. And basically what Blizzard have done, this is a Blizzard made mod, by the way, this one, they have gone and recreated it here in StarCraft 2, and it is a ton of fun, and it's called Aiur Chef. That's right, Aiur Chef. What we're going to do in a moment is we're going to get hold of a couple of good friends of mine that you might know of, and they're going to help me play a game. But before we do that, I thought I'd take you through a very, very quick look at exactly how you play this game. And I can do that by just creating a game with just me in it, so we can run around and have a quick look at the UI, and then we can go join our friends and have a game proper. So let's dive right into the game, and I'll show you the interface. And here we are, folks. This is the game proper. Once we've actually loaded in, this is what it looks like. There's a bit of a fanfare which you go through to get to this part, but don't worry, we will show you that later on when we play a game for realsy. But what I wanted to do first was show you the parts of the interface. So up the top left here, we have ourselves the recipes. And effectively, the name of this game is to get as many points as you can, and all the players will appear up the top right here. You can see I've got 0 points. Anyone else that's playing with us, up to 8 players, their points will appear there. You can see it's timed as well. You get about 5 or 6 minutes per round. There are 3 rounds. Each one of these rounds has a theme ingredient that is part of these recipes. And you can see here there are 3 recipes, in this case, that we can cook. Each one has a different reward. This one rewards 75 points, which is good, but it also rewards a random power-up item. And that item can either appear down here in my ability card, and I'll get to that in a minute, or as an item in my inventory. The next one here, this recipe recipe has 100 points as a reward, and it actually rewards the ability called Blink, which is a teleport here. Allows me to teleport around real fast. This last recipe here, it is 150 points. So it's the most points, but you get no abilities. Just like StarCraft, you right click to move around, move the character around. So that's how you actually move around with your rolling pins there. If I can get there we go. That's me with my rolling pins. So I'm definitely, and my chef hat there. I've got this ability down the bottom here, this Q, which is a dash. So whenever that's up, it's just on a cooldown. You can use that, and it means I run around nice and fast. Okay, so don't forget that. Most importantly, up here we've got our ingredients. If I hover over these, this is called an Ursadak fondue. This is the particular recipe that we're going to be using right now. I have to collect 2 cheese, I've got to get 1 cream, and I've got to get 1 apple. You can see if you hover over them, it tells you exactly where you need to find them. Or you can look for them here on the mini-map. So for example, there's an apple, I can right click on the mini-map, there it is right there. I head over to it, right click on it, and it appears there in my inventory. Now I only need 1 of those. It is also a limited inventory. Now I need to go find some cream. It's dropped by an Ursadak. I believe that's one of these. So we kill this, and there it is. There's the cream. And then these guys here, these are dropped Holstein cow. They drop the cheese. Who dropped the cheese? We're going to head over here and grab this one. We'll kill that, get the cheese, and now you can see I have enough ingredients to head back to the center here to cook my meal. Okay, so this is the very basics of it. I just need to head back here, enter the beacon to create a dish, and there we go, it is done. I got myself a reward as well. It appears in my inventory here, and it's called a decoy. And what this does is, if we move over here, I'm going to use Q. I can drop this on the ground, and it puts a fake, there you go, it puts an actual fake item down, and that's really neat because what that means is that someone will go to pick that up, another player, and it will actually stun them. So the idea here is, as you can imagine with up to 8 players, is that we have to harass the other players as well as trying to get our ingredients. We're also running out of time on this particular level. We are trying to get ingredients faster than everyone else so that we can come down here into the center and cook them and get as many points as possible whilst trying to prevent our other fellow players from doing the same thing. Now what happens too is that there are multiple rounds. There are 3 rounds in a match, and in each round the theme ingredient actually changes. And right now I have gone to round 2. You didn't see it, that happened behind the scenes there, but the theme ingredient is mushrooms. You can see around here on the map, I can right click. So I hope you guys get the very basic principle of this. There we go, we've got some more milk or cream. Let's head over here. As the rounds go on, they get more difficult, and enemies also get more difficult as well. Plus, of course, you've got your other players to contend with, and wherever possible, you're trying to harass them. Let's have a look up the top here. You can see we also need to get minerals for this one, found by command centers and Nexi. There we go, we've got that one. So there's one recipe already done. All I need to do now is head down to the center, and we'll use Q. And of course, Q is my little sprint there, my little speed boost. Head down into the center. My points have carried over from the last round. There we go, I now have 175 points. If I ever get too low on health, I can pick up these little cubes here, and they restore life and shield. And again, if you don't know where something is, look at this. Dropped by broodling. This is a broodling fin, and it's found near the water, so I probably need to head on over to the water in order to find that. And I've got myself a little item here, again, another decoy. It is random as to what you get, and there are all sorts of power-ups. There we go, we attack this guy probably, and there it is. There is the broodling fin that I need, 1 of 2. They respawn pretty quickly as well. Now, if I do die, because of course in later rounds you come up against some of these who are a little bit more fierce, so you can die, plus other players may decoy you into areas where you will die. If you do die, you drop your inventory, and by the way, inventory is limited, so if I wanted to get rid of something, I right click on it and left click on the ground, and that drops it out of my inventory. Now I need to get a couple of mushrooms here, so let's head over here. There's 1, and on the way back there'll be another one there. I'll just right click on the mini map. I'm going to hit Q to rush, and then hopefully I'll be able to find myself a mushroom around here somewhere. Now again, time is of the essence, because you can imagine if we're playing against other players, then they're going to be racing to the center to try and deposit this and get as many points as possible. Now speaking of points, You can see here, if I was to do this second recipe, and there we go, I've now got 375 total points. This second recipe here, you can see it actually gives me an ability called Blind. Blinds and slows the movement speed of the targeted zealot chef. So that's what I can use on my fellow players, and that will appear down in the card here, down in my player card, and I can use that to try and disable my fellow players. So look, I think that's enough of an explanation. You understand the UI now. It's a pretty simple concept, but trust me, once you get going with a few people, it is really neat, and it is a whole bunch of crazy fun. Nice, short, sharp games. And let's not forget too, this is all 100% completely, totally free in the arcade if you download the trial version of StarCraft 2, or the starter version. So there we go, folks. As the time ticks down on round 2, I think it's time for us to head out now, see if I can go and find a couple of folk who are willing to play with me, and then we can show you an actual game in progress. We'll be right back. And here we are, folks. We are at the familiar screen of the arcade, and of course you know that I'm using bookmarks here to check off the game types that I particularly like, and I highly recommend that you do that. If you find an arcade mode that you like, bookmark it so you can get to it really, really quickly. You can also use this recently played tab, as well as browsing and looking at the spotlight that Blizzard set up here for some high profile arcade games. And of course, one of those ones is this Aiur Chef. So we've just spoken about it. You know the rules. All that we needed was to find a couple of willing participants who are willing to get completely whipped, if you get the pun there, by me. I am going to be the master chef, or the Aiur Chef, however you want to put it, over these two folk. We've got ourselves Tigerhawk Rosebud. G'day, Tiger.
Hello.
It's good to see you here in StarCraft. You know, are you a StarCraft 2 player?
I may have just started playing it.
Oh. Well, I mean, is it the arcade mode that's drawn you into this? Are you on the free-to-play version, or have you purchased the game?
I'm on the free-to-play, the free starter version.
Great, so I've read about this, but the entire arcade is completely open to you as a free-to-play player, right?
Yep, I can see it. I see all the arcade games.
Okay, that is awesome. So there you go, folks. You definitely need to download it. There's no money that needs to exchange hands, and you can play all of these really cool arcade games. So great to have you along. Also, joining us today in this Aiur Chef match is none other than that lovely guy who's going to let me win this time, just like he does in every other Blizzard game, Tallahassee. Hello, my friend.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Very, very well. Looking at your profile here, 1,970 achievement points. You've obviously played this game a couple of times before. Are you playing it recently, or are you just back for the arcade?
Just back for the arcade.
All right. You know, the arcade is a great way of getting back into StarCraft. And even if you're not into the game of StarCraft itself, there's so many neat... I mean, look, you said yourself the other day, Tala, that the engine is very flexible. I mean, what we're going to be playing today is a lot like Heroes of the Storm style of match, as you've seen. But I've seen some crazy stuff come out of this engine, yeah?
Yeah, I think my favorite thing is people are remaking World of Warcraft, just Warcraft 3.
Oh, what?
In this engine.
Really?
And it looks fantastic.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, now that is something... okay, I'm definitely going to have to search for that. Oh, wow, is that in beta at the moment or something? Or I'd love to play that.
Yeah, it's a big community effort, so I think it's still in alpha. A lot of the models didn't have textures yet.
Right. Would Blizzard be okay with that? I'd imagine they would be, because it's being, recreated in their game, and it's not like people are making money off it or anything. It's just like some big homage, I suppose.
Yeah, it's all going to be in the arcade as well, so it'll all be free.
Oh, that is so cool. Okay, well, there we go. We'll keep an eye out for that one. Thank you very much. But today, we are going to be playing a round of Aiur Chef. So you guys have just been through the rules, so I don't need to explain them all again. We better double check that these guys know what the rules are. Tiger, are you a celebrity chef?
I like to imagine I am.
You know what? Imagination is all that's required here. I have tons of it. What about you, Tallahassee? I'm pretty sure, based on your Instagram and stuff, that you can cook up a storm. What do you reckon your chances are here in StarCraft?
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. Are you saying you're a better cook than me?
I think everyone's a better cook than you.
Okay, I will not confirm nor deny that at all. Do you know what? True story, I actually burnt water. I know that's like a meme, but I really have burnt water. I'll tell you about it another day. All right, all we need to do, folks, is we've got ourselves a little party here. A party of 3. This is going to be interesting because, of course, reminding you once again, not only are we trying to go for these recipes and points, but we're also trying to harass our fellow players here. And we're trying to disable them and get them killed and lock them down and explode them and do all sorts of funny things. Whatever we get as abilities will help us do that. that, but we're also trying to make as many points as possible, because at the end of the day, the one with the most points is the one that wins. So part of the strategy also is to choose which recipe you go for first, and you'll see that as we begin the game. I think we're ready. So here, as you can see, we can play with up to, what do we got? I think it's an 8 players. So can you imagine this? This would be crazy with 8 players. It's going to be crazy enough with 3. You can open this up to the public as well, so it sort of does matchmaking. Can't add AI though. It doesn't support any AI, but you don't need it, trust me. So without further ado, let's make sure everyone's ready. Tallahassee, you ready to rock and roll?
Hit it.
Hit it. Tiger, are you ready to cook?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. It is time for Aiur Chef. Okay, I can't quite do it as well as a TV show, but let's get going.
Welcome, aspiring chefs, to Aiur Chef Stadium. You have been chosen to participate for your amazing ability at the fine arts of cooking and killing. Here you will create the tastiest feast in all of Aiur. Each round you will create succulent dishes using a theme ingredient. Our first theme ingredient for today's battle is Holstein cow!
And there we go, folks. I do love that. It's just like the show. Dual cuisine! We are off. Now, don't forget, of course, to use your Q ability, and we're going to go straight and try and find ourselves an apple here. And don't forget that we are also trying to harass our fellow players here. We're trying to get as many ingredients as possible. By the way, if you hover over an ingredient, folks, you can see where it is that they come from. So, for example, this cheese here, it says dropped by Holstein cow. And if you were to click on the map and go to where the cheese is, you wouldn't see any cheese, but you would see one of those cows. So you get confused because you can't find an ingredient. Just hover over that tooltip and it will tell you exactly where you need to go. Now, speaking of which, dropped by Ursadak. I'm trying to find some cream.
Big thing looks like a cow.
Oh, what? Okay, clearly it's not there. It hasn't respawned. Is it one of these? Aha, there we go. Alright, so you can see I have my ingredients here. If I hover over it, it says I get 75 points and I get a random power-up item. Let's right-click on the map and make our way to the center, where, of course, we're going to cook our ingredients. You can see Tallahassee is in the lead. Up the top left there is the scoreboard. And there we go. Now I'm going to go on to the next recipe because, as you guys know, if you do the same recipe, if you cook the same recipe in a row, you get a diminished return on it, so you get less points. Now here we go, is a chance. There's Tiger Rosebud. We've got a chance to harass her, but I do not have, unfortunately, any abilities yet. Oh, hang on, what was that? Hearthstove. Teleports the zealot chef back to the kitchen. Alright, so I've got this really cool ability here which teleports me back. Now, have you guys got any abilities yet? Tiger, did you get any rewards for your hand-in? And if so, what did you get?
I also got the blink that teleports me.
Yeah, that's handy, isn't it?
That's nearest target location.
Yep, very cool. Oh, I'm cooking the wrong recipe. I cannot believe it. What an idiot. Okay, I need to go get the cheese. What a complete idiot. Now, if you do pick up the wrong ingredients, folks, then what you do is you right-click on it and then left-click on the ground and it will drop it down. And, of course, there goes Tiger trying to steal. Oh, actually, I only need one of these. So, look, I'm going to be nice to you, Tiger. I'm going to drop one of these because I only need one of them. There you go. Now, I need to get me some cheese. Where's the cheese? There we go. And I am falling behind here terribly. So again, the idea here is that you harass your other players, try and steal things from them, and try and prevent them from handing in. Now, where are these bell peppers? There we go. And of course, later on, we have what I think Tallahassee is about 3 rounds, aren't there, in this, and they get more difficult. And of course, the theme ingredients get more difficult, and you end up having to go in and take down ultralisks and stuff, don't you? It's kind of funny.
Yep, which is actually a lot of fun.
Yep.
1v1ing an ultralisk.
That's right. Hey, let me pick. Oh, I've got a full inventory again. I can't believe this. Hang on, right click. I keep forgetting about the inventory, and it's a great mechanic.
And here comes the win.
Oh, what? Look at that, he's got 325 points. Oh my god.
Jeez.
Ah, Tiger, I'm doing terribly. And now, of course, there's a time limit as well. We've got 1 minute left. Going for the last one here. Going for some cheese. 1 minute to go. Oh my god. Now, you see here, I got this ability called Blink. Teleports to a nearby location. No, I don't want you. I want you.
Really weird how stuff comes back into the world.
Yeah, it just sort of respawns, doesn't it? Oh, now here we go. I need a roach flank. Oh dear, this is going to be interesting. So let's go in here.
It's easy.
Oh, they're only smallies. Okay, nice and simple. Got a roach flank. Oh, I'm going to run out of time. I'm not even going to make it back unless I can use my ability. I don't even have the right ingredients. Oh, terrible. Oh.
Well done, chefs. Round 1 is complete. The theme ingredient for round 2 is... mushroom!
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 Alright, here we go. What have we got? Mushrooms, cream, and mineral salt.
Entero cuisine!
Entero cuisine! Okay, I am going straight for the mineral salt up there. Use my cube. Now, by the way, these little cubes on the ground, those right there, they restore your health and shield as well, just in case you are wondering how you can do that. Because later on, when we get the more advanced ingredients, and well, like I say, there are 3 rounds, then you will need to be able to restore your health. But it's all about careful use of these pickups you get as well, and trying to get you back to base faster and to disable your opponents as much as possible as well. So it's that typical StarCraft thing, all these things you've got to worry about in balance. Oh, and I'm building the wrong ingredients again. I cannot believe how many times I've done this. I want to build the second recipe is what I want. There we go, 1 of 2. Where's number 2 of 2? I need more mushrooms. Oh, no, wait a minute, this is the first round. I am wanting to... Oh, I am so confusing myself. I do need those first ingredients there. We'll get rid of one of the mushrooms. There we go. Time to head back to base. I'm going to use my... so the abilities that are in your hotbar, they don't persist through rounds, but the abilities in your command card do. Because I had a return to base, and I can't use it anymore, so it must have gone. So get quite frantic here. Tallahassee's on 475, I'm 275, Tiger Rosebud on 175.
I can't find the butter.
The butter, now what is the butter? Aberration butter. So I'm guessing that you have to kill something. I'm about to do the butter as well, so I'm going to hit up the top. See here, drop by an aberration. That's what we need. Now, if you lose sight of your character, just left click on your portrait there, and that's what we need. There's the aberrations. They've got horrible purple boils on their back, Tiger. They're right at the back. Yeah.
Didn't know they put you in the game?
Yep, listen to them. Good lord. There we go, all done. Now I need one more mushroom. One mushroom. So you can imagine too, with 8 players, this is going to get very frantic in terms of a battle for all of the resources and, you know, trying to stop people hitting back. Look at Tallahassee's score. He is leaping ahead here. Here we go. What do I need now? I need to go in there. There we are. I need mushrooms. I need brooding fin, and that is by water. So off we go. We're going to head over that way. And I need me some carrots, which are up there as well.
For Artanis.
So this is a bit of a combination, I guess, of, I don't know, Tallahassee, it's a little bit like Heroes of the Storm, in a way. It's a little bit like StarCraft. It's this real mix-up of things, isn't it? It's kind of cool, I really like it. And I like the fact that there's some randomness in terms of the ingredients. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're still respawning. Let's go over and get ourselves a carrot. Let's speed up there. 2 carrots. Oh! And what's this? Blind. So look at that, I have put a blind on Tigerhawk Rosebud. Now, does that mean, what did that mean? Could you not see them for a moment?
Well, I could see
Or did it?
I could see them.
It may,
they wouldn't let me pick them up.
It may, yeah, I was going to say it's probably going to disorient you or something like that. Alright, got 2, need the mushrooms now. So here we go,
nice.
My abilities, bind and blink as well. I don't know how far you can blink. Oh no, running out of time, I can't believe this. Q. Need the mushroom. Oh, and I've got to. Oh, I had too many things in my. Get rid of this. I have to get rid of my special ability. Oh, and Tallahassee stole my mushroom. I'm going to see if I can blind him. There we go. He is blinded. Try to slow him down. And then head into the center here. Hopefully, make this recipe get 200 points. We've got 10 seconds left. There we go, just managed to get it. And of course you can see the others because they have cleavers on them. All I'm gonna, oh, and it's game over. There we go, round 2 is over.
Fantastic job, chefs. The 3rd and final round is upon us. The theme ingredient for round 3 is... High Templar!
High Templar. Yeah, Tallahassee. Whoever would have thought of a High Templar as an ingredient? There we go. So for the first one, we need Templar honey. And this is the thing I think, Tiger, when we play into cuisine, we've tried to play this in the past to try and get the honey, and we couldn't get it, and it's because you have to kill the little Templars, of course. Oh, and someone's taking me down. Who was that? Oh, it was Tigerhawk Rosebud. Didn't think you had it in you. Good lord. Let's see if we can blind her, shall we? Get her back.
Hey!
There we go.
That's not nice.
Let's see if we can go find a fish, some tuna. And of course we can go down and see what Tallahassee is up to. He's sneaking down the bottom there. There we go, one fish. I need another honey. Where's some honey? There we go. Now you can also, of course, blind. You can also blind the enemy as well. Oh, there's Tigerhawk Rosebud. Don't you come and be nasty to me. Need a lemon hiding behind there. There we go. And look at that. I've got no health. I'm nearly dead. And of course I drop all my stuff. Oh, just managed to pick up one of those cubes. And in we go. Alright, time to get some more honey. Let's see if we can do something to Tiger here.
No! No!
Oh!
God, I died. No. Not getting my honey.
We also need some Vespine gas, and of course all of the ingredients are themed to StarCraft. I just love the fact that this is all a rip-off of... Oh my lord, I just died! Oh my god. Oh, and somebody compelled me to dance! Was that you, Tigerhawk Rosebud? Oh my lord. So these abilities are funny. Was that an ability in your hotbar, was it?
Yeah.
Too funny. Too funny. Alright, now I need to go get some Vespine gas. So yes, this is very friendly. Look at that, Tallahassee, 975. I am only 775. We need to get ourselves some milk now as well. Let's use our abilities. Q. These guys drop the milk. And another one down here. There we go. And now I can head home to Handon. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Although I don't think there's going to be any catching the master chef himself. I knew you were a good cook, Tallahassee, but didn't realise you were this good. Alright, more honey is what we need. Now, what are you currently searching for, Tiger?
I don't know.
Oh, there you are. Hang on, I've got influence.
I'm desperate.
What does influence do? Influence nearby into attacking the nearest creature. Oh. Well, there you go. That's interesting. I can also blind you. Here we are.
Hey.
Oh, I don't need milk. What am I doing? There I am again, building the wrong recipe. What an absolute idiot.
Well, we didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, shush you. Now, where do you get the butter from again? Oh, the aberration. So I have to go all the way over here. Oh, man. Okay, Q. Oh, my Q's on cooldown. So here's all these abilities that we've got here at the moment, which is Blink. Oh, actually, I should use Blink, shouldn't I? There we go. See if we can find ourselves one of these aberrations. There they go down the bottom there. Q, get there faster. We've got just over 1 minute left in this round. Oh, someone's chasing me down. There's Tallahassee. You can blind him there. Make sure that he doesn't steal all my stuff. Oh, he's locked me down as well. And this is terrible. We've got 50 seconds left. And it's Tallahassee and I fighting for ingredients. And finally got one. Need to go find myself some honey. I'm going to ignore Talla, although it's very tempting to try and disable him. Here's the honey. 30 seconds left, Tiger. 2 of 2. We're off back to base. Oh! Need to blink. Please create my dish. Here comes Tigerhawk. And there we go. 12 seconds left. I don't think there's going to be... Oh, I need to get some health and stuff. I don't think there's going to be much point in me trying to carry on here at all. And it is over.
It's close.
Congratulations, chefs. You've all done an excellent job, but there can be only one winner. Today's winner and new Aiur Chef is...
It is Chairman Carla says Tallahassee is the winner. There we go with his egg beater and his wooden spoon. Congratulations, Tallahassee. Is this the first time you've played this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It is.
Tiger, do we hate Talla? I think we do. I don't think we like him very much. That is a very, very substantial
Everyone hates Tallahassee.
victory there. Unbelievable. Let's have a look at the score summary there. And wow, yes, they have your 7,300 score.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a big one. We've got units, we've got build order, of course, doesn't matter, or the graphs, but the score summary there just goes to show that Tallahassee absolutely deserved to win that one. But there you go, folks. That is Aiur Chef. I mean, we're still learning how to play. There's lots and lots of meta in this in terms of harassing the other players and in terms of trying to get to your ingredients quickest and trying to get the most points. You know, which recipe do you get? Because the ones that are worth more points obviously are harder to get there. Ingredients are more stretched out across the map, and sometimes the monsters that you need to kill are harder as well. In fact, in one of the games we played, there was an ultralisk that you had to go and fight as well. If you aggro 2 of those, you are going to die. The great stuff though, Tiger, like you say, is if you die, you drop your stuff. I guess that means though that you do have an opportunity to go back and pick your stuff up though, right? Although I think the other player can as well. Is that right, Tiger?
Yeah.
So
it's
you can
fair game. You drop it.
Right.
Anybody can get it.
Right, so there you go. It does sometimes pay to try and get other players into trouble, kill them, and that's an easy way to get ingredients. All of these different things pulling at you in terms of how to try and succeed at this game. So there we are, Aiur Chef, complete rip-off of the great cult show Iron Chef, which I'm a big fan of, and so I'm definitely going to be playing this. Tiger, will you come back one day and have another game of this with me and Tella?
If I can win, yeah.
Okay, alright, sounds like a deal to me. What about you, Tallahassee? You up for another one?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? And of course, we also want to check out Star Jeweled. You can see here is another one of my favorites. We'll check that out in the next episode as well, because that is a whole bunch of fun. In the meantime, we need to get out of here. On behalf of myself, Sambo, Tigerhawk Rosebud, and Tallahassee, my thanks to you both, saying take care. Hope you guys are having a great week wherever you are in the world. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We'll see you then, and bye-bye.